Do you want to find explosive moves which happen in a week, the kind of moves where the stock goes up 20%, 30, 40%, just a matter of week? Then you must study the moves of 20% plus which happen every day in the last 5 days. The moves which have happened in the last 5 days can teach you about the nature of these moves, and the more you study these, the better you become at it. So let's look at some of the moves which have happened in the recent days, which are 20% plus. So in order to do this, what I do is I have scan set up where every day I look at stocks which are up 20% plus in last 5 days and which have a volume of 100,000 and they're priced above $5. So, and then from this you create your list of things. So this is very clearly the kind of moves which you want to find and trade every day, right? And where will this kind of a stock show up? As you can see, it will show up in your trend intensity, or it will show up in the universe of trend intensity. It was also like in a very nicely setting up, and then here you see in just like in a 3 days the stock has made a move of 46%, and this is where it showed up in the scans as a breakout. Similarly, you have Forge Global. Some of them will be choppy, some of them are easy. This one again, like I made 70% in just 3 or 5 days. And as you keep studying this, you will see that user testing, this is where the earnings came in. And many times you will see the same pattern when the market was not really conducive to immediate follow through during this period of time. So the good earnings, the stock pulled back, and then like and here is a breakout, and from here the stock is up 23-24%. So these are all kind of moves which are happening, or like see near kind of an IPO again making a move. Then you have many oil and gas stock, but here this particular move was around 14-15% happening, and so on and so forth. One thing which you will notice, one clear thing when you notice is when you study these moves, is that at the beginning of that 20% move or 30 or 40% move, there'll be a range expansion, or there'll be a big tall bar which kicks off the move. So if you scan for a big tall bar, you can find many of these moves at the start of their move, and that's really what you have to learn. And if they are starting from at the beginning of a swing move, like what we saw in this case of Qtera, then they are good moves because this started logically. There was like a pullback from where, and here also like Qtera had a good nice move, but here this was a logical point, and that is what you want to see in many of these moves. You'll see that logically it started as a from a pullback and as a swing move, and that's a good move. And where will it show up? It will show up in the scan. It will show up in 4% breakout scan. Similarly, you'll see like many of these things, like here it will show up in a 4% breakout scan on this particular day, and from there the stock made 67% move. All of them, like if you see, you're going to see look at the same thing, which is like at the beginning of their move, they will show up in the 4% breakout, and then they will go up. So if you can scan for stocks which are having a big move for the day, then those are the one which go on to have 3 to 5 days move. This is earnings breakout today. The earnings was good today, and it might pull back a little bit, and then it might have another leg higher. So Tilray again, like you'll see that there was a 4% breakout here, and from there stock is up 46%. Here again 4% breakout, and stock was up 34%. Here again, if you see on that particular day, this is how the stock will look, and this is where it will show up in your scan, and this is what happened after that. So logically at the start of a swing, always like, and if you find logically at the start of a swing a 4% breakout, that is a good indicator, or that is a good way to enter into those kind of stocks. And if you study these kind of stocks, you will notice that all the big moves which you want to find, they will all start with a big bang 4% kind of a breakout, right? And a poly, or today if you look at it, today some of the big moves started, right? Similarly, I study the downside because you don't want to study only the upside. So you have like 10 moves to the downside, And again, at the beginning, you'll find a range expansion or a big bar. And that's how breakdowns also start with a big thing. Uh, Similarly, you'll see this is down, this one is down in 3 days around 20%. This one is down in 3 days around another 16, 17%. And all these stocks are down. So, and because I trade higher price stocks, I will not only look at this, I also look at stocks which are up $20 plus. So this is a stock which is up $20 plus in just last 5 days. And if you see this for the recent time, you'll see that Equix $20, and now today it is up another $30. And AutoZone, which is like an SA here, this is the start of a swing kind of a thing, right? And this was a minor pullback. This was a breakout. This was a dollar breakout, and from the dollar breakout, the stock made around $109 kind of a move. Booking here again. This was a start of a swing. If you go on this day, see, from a consolidation, it is breaking out, and from there, the stock makes a move of $158. The higher price stocks are going to move like that. So here, HubSpot again, like same thing. So you'll see this was a breakout, and then it had a follow through. Here, Dexcom, that was a good move. This is a breakout. This move is larger than the consolidation. From consolidation, it is breaking out. Minor consolidation or a minor pullback, and then stock goes up, and then it goes up $47 in 3 days. So studying this daily, what you have to do next is to create your own pattern book where you put these stocks in your pattern book. This was the earnings breakout, earnings day, and this is again from a minor pullback, and then see here from that thing, the stock has gone up $29. So same thing, public storage, here it is up, Qterra again is showing up, MLM, SOX or KLAC, and so many of these stocks. AVGO again, like here, it's up around $17, $18. So these are the kind of stocks which you want to find. Some of them, you may not be able to find all of them, but if you can find some of them at the beginning of their move, like James Stop also on this particular day showed up in the 4% breakout scan, and from then it made 51% move. Similarly, look at the bearish side of this equation, and every day study this bearish side of this equation where the stock makes down moves of $20 plus. So $20 plus dollars bearish, not this. So you'll see that pull here. This was a breakdown, and from there, in just 2 days, it made $28 down move. BLD, big breakdown, and then it makes $13 move. Similarly, FNCA, not many stocks on the downside. So if you do this study, then you create a pattern book, or you create your understanding of what makes stock go up 20%. Like the kind of things which you want to look at are the Qterra kinds, or the kind of high price stocks which doesn't show up in 4% but which makes $20 kind of a move. So if you are serious about making money in the market, every day try and do this study, and every week you repeat this study. The more you do, the more nuances you're going to understand, and that is when you'll be able to find the next 20% winner. You find one or two next 20% winner a week, that's more than enough.